When you got the role, like what kind of research did you do? Like when it came to the Joker, was there any like specific Joker you were looking at? I mean, obviously there's a laugh involved.
I think you just have to just do. I just basically went on set and just threw it out there. What just because they didn't give me a lot of leeway, and first I didn't realize that I was even going to have any dialogue.
Nobody saw this commercial, this State Farm commercial. It just kind of came out of nowhere, and everybody went, "Whoa! Like, holy crap, that's actually very well made." And then all of a sudden, they see the Joker design, they see you, Josh, and everybody went, "Whoa! Like, wait a minute, we haven't seen a live action Joker look like that." So everybody just kind of, freaked out, and it was just kind of everybody was just going, "Who is this person? And look at that design right there." And if they do something like that in this new era of DC movies, hey, base it off that, or hell, even cast you, man. I mean, that would be pretty. James Gunn, you watching? I'm just saying. Jim Guns, if you're out there. But yeah, let's talk about that process. I mean, how long ago did you shoot that commercial, Josh?
That was right before Christmas, December 2020. Yeah, it was the 21st of December.
Okay.
It's a Friday, Saturday, because actually what's kind of ironic, I'm just finished the day before a feature film that's a horror film called Hollywoods. It's going to be, I'm a psychotic clown. And I'm going to tell a lot about it, but it's really going to be cool. It's a full-length feature, so it's going to be really cool. Bob the Clown. So, check it out when it should be coming out soon. But
is there a release date for that?
Not. I talked to the some of the people, Serena, the director, and they're in post production.
Okay.
So we'll see. Hopefully by summertime, that would be really cool. But the irony of that is I had full clown makeup in that one. It's a different clown, same kind of different, but But anyway, so I went from that to the Joker makeup, and
is it like a Pennywise kind of thing, Josh? Like
sort of. It's more like Norman Bates in clown makeup.
Bates.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's a stalker, psychotic.
Hard to imagine what that must look like.
A lot of shit going on in this guy's head.
Oh
Don't give away too much of it, but
totally.
But it's still, it should be pretty cool. I mean, they did a wonderful job. They took more of an art approach. But anyway, so going to the Joker, which was really cool because actually, to be honest, we did the makeup test. We'd been not have to look on the thing, approximately early December, maybe the 10th or something like that. And I met Dami Till, one of the most fantastic makeup artists I've ever worked with. She's so cool, great artist. When she first put it together, we turned and looked in the mirror, and I'm like, holy shit, the Joker. It's like, when you're a kid, you play Batman, right? Whatever,
Yeah.
And you have it in your brain, it's cool, but when you see it on your face, you're like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah. No, that had to be really, I mean, very interesting to look in the mirror and just be like, the hair and everything. I mean, it was all.
She made the wig too. I just want to throw that out there. She did the full thing. I mean, give her all the props in the world, man. She's freaking awesome. But what was cool about, because you mentioned earlier, when did you realize? Like for most people, you guys saw the commercial whenever. Oh, it's cool. I showed pictures to some of my close friends, and of course, tried to keep it down low. But just seeing her face when she put like the last little touch on it, she had this little smile like fucking A. And she's she's top of the top. She's not gonna. And you could just tell it was so cool, man. She really did fantastic
so
job.
Cool. No, she did great.
Just makeup. There's no prosthetics.
No. And then teeth too, obviously.
Dan did the teeth. He works with Christian. One of the Tinsley, one of the foremost makeup people in the business, and Dan works with him. Did a great job. Super nice guy.
Well, what's cool is because I grew up on Batman the Animated Series, and I love that. I love I mean, even I have a stream, me and my buddy Scott, who actually is going to be joining us too. He wanted to join and talk with you guys as well. We do a weekly stream where we just go over like DC. We love DC Comics. And so we decided to start, because we love Batman the Animated Series. So we started talking about Batman the Animated Series just episode by episode weekly, and just talk about it as 40-year-old men. Just like, hey, let's talk about this now. We were kids when it came out, but let's talk about it now that we're 40 and now we see things a little bit different. And it's been a lot of fun. And we were going through the whole DC, animated show lineup. But what I got from that commercial was it gave me those kind of like DC, or gave me the Batman the Animated Series kind of vibes. Like even when you look at the Riddler's like suit and Poison Ivy and the way that they designed Two-Face, it just very much gave me those vibes, and I thought they really captured that. I think that's why a lot of people captured that, because it was directed, and the production was just very well done.
Yeah, but it's top of the line, and you could tell on set the way people were acting, because it was like the top of the top people in every aspect of the name, and you could tell people were there's kind of like a little buzz. And to be honest with you, when it was cool, I knew it was going to be big, and it was supposed to, it was set to be on the Super Bowl, but they decided to cancel and show later. But when I'm standing downtown at 2:30 in the morning, in front of behind City Hall actually, and I see an armored car on this gigantic crane above like Corvette, and they're going to blow it up. I'm thinking, this is pretty damn cool. This isn't. I've been on a lot, I've been in a few commercials, and they're all great, and but this is like blockbuster, big budget movie type stuff. So it was really cool.
And then you get to work with somebody like Jason Bateman, which is pretty sweet. Cool. I mean, that guy never misses. I mean, just the way I've always loved that the way that he just delivers lines. I don't know. He could take any kind of whatever the line is. The way that he delivers a line is just something about it. He plays like a perfect straight man, even though it's comedic. It doesn't matter what he does. I'm like, he just never misses. So it's just so awesome. I'm sure it was great to work with him.
Yeah, it's just the problem I have a lot of times when I do these you've probably seen my IMBD. I'm always like some disfigured person or whatever. So it's like the thing. I met Tobey Maguire. We're standing right beside him, saying, "This is fucking Spider-Man, dude. This is cool as hell." He could look at me right now and be like, "Who the hell is he talking about?" I don't remember working with this. This guy had this gigantic prosthetic elephant man head on. So you know what I mean. Even with that, and Bateman was Bateman. He was. See, I'm calling Bateman. It was really cool. It was very brief. He just basically did his lines. I did basically a stand-in for myself, maybe an hour and a half. He just threw all kinds of crazy shit. And I wanted to give him a Joker look to play off of instead of being like, but it was so funny. Like you said, he would say some crazy shit he'd just come up with, and it'd make me start laughing. So it was really, so no, he's a total professional. Cool. Very, it's really cool, man.
So when you got the role, like what kind of research did you do? Like when it came to the Joker, was there any like specific Joker you were looking at? I mean, obviously there's a laugh involved. I mean, but you have a good laugh. I mean, I've heard you in, something that we'll talk about in a little bit where you even had a little bit of but I mean, was there something specific that you kind of went, maybe I'll take from that or take from this?
Well, like the little, was it Justice League, cartoons when I was a kid that were cool. That always had that Batman. He's prancing high, like kind of like a Vincent Price type of thing.
Yeah,
but seriously, I mean, you see Jack Nicholson, you see Heath Ledger. It's not. I don't know. I think you just have to just do. I just basically went on set and just threw it out there. Just because they didn't give me a lot of leeway. And first, I didn't realize that I was even going to have any dialogue, because actually there's dialogue. I don't know if they're going to cut it out. Maybe there's a different cut. The cut we saw had absolutely nothing. So who knows? But I mean, it plays well without dialogue too. So I mean, I can see why they did it. Just like, fuck, look at this guy. I mean, he scares me. I'm like, look at this guy. Who the hell is this? But no, seriously. It's just, I don't know. It's really weird, to be honest. I'll be straight up with you. I don't really think I grew up with the Joker. I mean, I've known the Joker since I was Joker's like right in the palm of the hand of like evil villains, Dr. No, the joke, he's like, there's 4 or 5 people. So it's kind of like, well, I'll just do Josh through the Joker and see if they like it. And they seem to like it. So
no, it worked. It worked out for the best. I think like getting into the makeup and into the suit and just feeling it, like obviously there has been behind the scenes video of you guys and pictures, and you could tell you guys were just having a lot of fun. You guys were having a lot of fun on set, and you're just kind of, I think like when you get into that mode, you just kind of feel it, and you felt it. You had I mean, I even said when I was talking about it, I'm like, you look demonic. Almost. I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, this guy looking demonic a little bit with the smile and the way that you had it, and the laugh and everything. And I thought I think that's what really resonated with people, because we've seen a lot of interpretations of the Joker live action, but there's never been one that just kind of like I said, ripped from the cartoon, like the animated series, are just really just straightforward Joker. There's always like a little bit of a spin that they try to add to, especially when it comes to movies. I mean, Nicholson was probably what Tim Burton did with him, with the scarring of the face, was really cool. And he was, of course, it's Jack Nicholson.
Awesome,
yeah. Heath Ledger, that was Christopher Nolan wanted to take a total anarchy, different kind of approach and be like, oh yeah, he's got a scarred face, but he just wants everything to burn. Yeah, Jared Leto, who had more of a gangster, like, hey, let's put metal teeth and tattoos on him. And then you have someone like Joaquin Phoenix, which is a totally different interpretation that Todd Phillips wanted to do. So I think what people were just kind of, when they saw you and how it just, even with that little bit of time, was like, oh wow, that's just like that's a straight shooting like Joker right there, with just a big smile, looking almost demonic. And I think your facial structure really helps, of course, So, and then like you said, it was just straight makeup. It wasn't anything, no scarring on the face or nothing.
Yeah. And one quick note I wanted to throw in there, because I just thought that once we start talking, I did get one note from production whatnot. We were talking about different things, and I mentioned Cesar Romero, which to me,
I was going to bring that up.
Of course, don't forget Caesar.
That kind of looked like it, and I was told, please don't say that, because they do not want Cesar Romero Joker. So I did know that. So that kind of, and what was ironic, I'm so glad somebody told me that, because that's probably why I like that. You know how he does? He's so big, like a theater Joker.
Yeah, totally. He's like a Broadway.
Yeah, Joker.
He was a Broadway clown Joker.
Yeah, and he's great. And I was telling the guy earlier today, the only thing as a kid, I always would see that mustache.
The mustache. He would not shave his mustache. Yeah.
If it was for that, he'd probably be the all-time best Joker. But anyway.
Oh yeah.
So I knew that was one of the notes I did have. So then it kind of, okay, so I'm gonna be more straight in, not like makes it,
yeah. And I think like when it comes to Joker laughs, my favorite Joker laugh is Mark Hamill. Obviously he's only done voiceover, but I mean his Joker laugh and his Joker voice was just something else. Anytime that I'm reading like a Batman comic book, I'm hearing Mark Hamill as the Joker. If the Joker's in that book, I mean he just has something about him. I mean Mark Hamill. It's just, yeah, of course, Luke Skywalker, 100%. But I'm going, I didn't grow up with
the Joker. It's going to be trouble.
There it is. He's got a little bit
English. He's got a little bit of English on it, if you know what I mean.
You're right. He does. Yeah. He does have a little bit of that. There you go. You got it.
He's well educated.
He's
he's very
this guy's no dummy. He's psychotic crazy, but he's no dummy.
That's one of the things that I think that's why people love about the Joker is like, especially if you've seen the different iterations, but especially, even just revisiting the animated series, which I have like weekly, is the fact that he's crazy, but he's super smart, he's obsessive. He's obsessed with Batman. And there's just something about that character where he's so deranged, but at the same time, he's no dummy. He's not just he's a super smart villain. I mean, obviously you've played a lot of villains, and well, we could talk about some of that stuff too. I mean, even you've done some prosthetic stuff. When I went and saw your IMDb and saw some pictures, I went, geez, you've had some prosthetics put on you for sure. But
a lot of it's all your perspective. Lots of people just detest that. I love it, man. It's so cool. I love just watching the people work and just asking questions. How do you do this? You know, it's just the whole movie making process fascinates me.
Well, it's fascinating. I love it when you have a movie where somebody's getting heavy prosthetics and you get that fast, like real-time video where you see like the hours of makeup that get put on. But of course, you're not going to just sit there and they're going to speed it up. Like I think one of the most recent ones was obviously we had Colin Farrell as the Penguin. And I mean, talk about just, I mean, that makeup was just, the dude just disappears. You have somebody as good looking as Colin Farrell, Irish actor, and he just gets in that penguin makeup and then he disappears. I mean, no wonder he won all those awards. That's what's so cool about the makeup process as well. And I'm sure you dig it as well, because as soon as that gets applied to you, you start really feeling that character.
Right. You just become that character, basically.
Yeah. It's a lot easier. I mean, I wouldn't say, well, maybe not a lot easier, but I'm just saying, like, you just really fall. It's maybe easier to fall into the character when you're just like, wow, you literally disappear into the role.
I think it gives you that extra little edge. Like I was talking earlier about, like when you play as a kid or whatnot, you start that process and but you don't get to ever do it on the level that you can with the makeup artists that are in these big productions. You actually, like you said, you look like the Joker outfit, going back to that for a minute, that was custom made for me. You know, like it's, my legs are a little bit differently. You know, everything was up, you put it on just perfect, you know, it's like,
yeah,
great. And so when you have that, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm the Joker. Come fuck, you know, come fuck
with me, Batman.
You know, then put the makeup, yeah, you just boom, there you are. The same with Eamon. I mean, we were they're like, oh well, you're so nice that you know you get to be this crazy guy, but you know we get hot, and we'll talk about, I'm sure, that all the whole things about that. But you just kind of get in the mode of that there, and you use those things to be like, okay, this guy's pissy, so I'll be, you know, just use what they give you, and it turns out fantastic.